What's up, John? This is Guys, and today we're gonna go over my trolling motor and how I have it mounted onto my kayak. So when we start right here, this is called the transom, and you can't buy this transom anywhere. You actually have to build it. So what I did is I had some leftover exercise equipment, an exercise bench, and I got bars, and I just cut them all into pieces and shapes that I needed. Right here, there was an original prop, so this metal piece was already here, and then this right here, you can see it's also from the workout bench. So what I did is I just disconnected that whole entire prop and mounted this here, mounted each of these bars on top of each other, and I have them all tied together with some 3/8 bolts and some lock nuts. And then I just drilled some holes right here into the kayak, got it all mounted on here, got it mounted on here, and this actually stays on the kayak. This does not come off. Next, what we did is we actually mounted the trolling motor that came all pieced together onto this makeshift transom. And once all of this was mounted and I knew that it was going to hold very, very tight, we went ahead and got some ground clamps, some eye bolts, and some nuts. And we mounted these on here. And basically what this does is these wires, they used to control the old prop. Well, now they're actually going to control the steering of the trolling motor. So we come here and we move this, you'll see in the backside how it actually controls the trolling motor. And the way that we mounted that is we just have these carabiners mounted onto here. You can actually lift it up, take these carabiners off for whenever you want to remove the trolling motor. So everything is pretty much set for the future. And I don't know what these guys are called, but I mounted them on here, and this is just to hold the lock in place, so that way whenever you come and you pull, it actually comes up and down naturally. I had to run longer wires for this, so what I did is I mounted an LB to some 1/2 inch and a reducer, and then I came up from the wire that was originally in here, wire nutted in here, and then ran some seal tight going all the way down, so that way the whole thing stays water protected. And then I came with some number 12 THHN along with some 1/2 inch seal tight, came to a second LB where I wired it all into the transom head. And then this transom head, all it does is it lets me control going forward, going backwards, and that's pretty much what that does. And then again, in here, all I did is I mounted this to some 3/4 inch pipe, to some 3/4 inch LB, and then I also mounted this on here. And this basically just lets me take the head off. It lets me remove it and put it back whenever I want. That way I can actually take off the whole entire trolling motor for when I'm transporting it in my truck. The wires, all these wires go to is a battery, and the battery goes connected down here to the back. But I don't have a battery yet because YouTubers are broke. Well, maybe just me. So maybe you should go check out my merch. So the next thing that we have is actually on the opposite side of the kayak, and it's just a rope that we have tied to the top of our trolling motor. And it's mounted to, again, one of these guys. I don't know the actual name for him, so for now in this video, it's just going to be called These Guys. And we got the rope mounted to there. It comes all the way down here to the front, so when we need to lift the kayak, we can lift it. And then this is just a hook that I had from an old hanger that I cut out. And then all we do is we pull. It lifts the trolling motor up. And we hook the trolling motor right here onto the handle that we have in the front. So anytime we're running in shallow water or we need to lift the motor for any reason, there we have it. And this should be more than sufficient enough to actually get it up off of the ground. And then when we come back, all we'll have to do is pull this off and lower it down, let it go. So it lowers kind of slow, and it does change the angle of the actual trolling motor itself. So what we have to do is come back here to the front, readjust the handle, and the motor drops just like that. I'm going to show you how I actually take the trolling motor off of the actual kayak. So all I do is I lift the kayak like this. I take this carabiner off, mount it to here like so. I'll take the next carabiner off, mount it to here like so. And then the rope, I'll just pull the rope up like this. Now it is kind of a lot of wires and stuff, but shouldn't be too much of a big deal. As long as it works on the water, that's all I care about. We'll wrap it around like that so it's not hanging everywhere. Then we come here to the front, we take the head off, just like that, and now we can remove the whole entire trolling motor. Then we unscrew it from the transom. And there you have it. Now the trolling motor is off of the kayak, and it can be transported anywhere we need it to go. That pretty much does it for this video, everyone. So if you have any questions, just write a comment down below and I'll get to it as quick as I can. Thanks.